Hello, and a very warm welcome to another live stream with me, Adam Finer, here at Learn BI Online. It is Friday, the 31st of January. Hope you've had a good week. Perhaps you've got something interesting planned for the weekend. If so, let me know in the comments or the chat. Also, let me know where you are joining from today. As always, I'm here in the south of France. So, the idea of today's live stream, as you already gathered by the title and the thumbnail, is that we are going to tackle this rather large data project that I have planned. Now, we kind of started last week, not in the best way, in that I hadn't really prepared anything and I was kind of thinking we'd do it on the fly. But if you were here last week, you would have noticed that, or you remember that ChatGPT was having issues with generating the data that we wanted. So I kind of thought, you know what, let's just have a bit more of a plan. So I've gone away and I've thought up a scenario that we can use. We're going to start again. So this is going to be like take 2. Okay, so if you're ready for that, I want it to be interactive as well. So if you've got any comments or if you've got any ideas that you think we should incorporate into the project, just let me know. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. How do I do that? Yeah, I'm going to do this. So this is what I want to get done in this hour. We might not be able to do it all, but let me just walk you through it. So I've written a prompt. I'm going to give ChatGPT about the project that I want to create. And that is going to help us, in conjunction with ChatGPT, to decide on an approach we're going to take for the project. We'll decide on the data sets that we're going to need. We're going to decide on a brand name and a product range that we're going to be. It's going to be the focus of the project. We're going to create some product images. We're going to create a logo, and we're actually going to create a one-page website for our product and the product range, which might sound like, why on earth are we doing that if it's a data project? Because we can, and it's going to be a really awesome project. It's going to be full of different angles to it, different data sets, and by the end of it, we're going to have a project whereby if somebody's looking at the project and they see how far we went, how much detail we went into, the imagination that we had, the skills that we demonstrate, building a website, building a whole product range, it just shows and demonstrates that you are not just a one-trick pony and you're not just a dashboard builder. And another great thing about this project is that because it's going to be quite large with different data sets, you're also going to be able to potentially split it up into different smaller projects, right? So it's going to be good. If that sounds good to you, hit the thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up on this video, like the video, because it really does help us to, or help the channel rather, to get out further and wider. So please do that while you're here. And as I said, please do put any comments, questions into the chat. And when I see them, I will answer them as we go. So if you can see my screen here, let me see if I can increase the size a little bit. Maybe that's better. All right, so this is what I'm hoping to achieve in this particular live stream. We're going to give a prompt to ChatGPT. In fact, we've done this already, haven't we? All right, so let's go down and let's read the prompt that I've written. Okay, so I want to build an exciting and original data project for my BI Analyst project portfolio. It will be a project based on a real-life business scenario and use various data sets that I will need your help to create. My idea is to base the project on a startup that has created futuristic and modern-looking wireless headphones that are AI-enabled. The startup created a Kickstarter campaign that was successful, and once the campaign had finished, they ordered the manufacture of the product units necessary to fulfill the Kickstarter orders and have stock for at least 6 months of sales. I will need a data set for the Kickstarter campaign. I will also need sales data based on the first 12 months of launch, starting 1st of January 2024. So essentially, this project is going to be based over a year from launch until the end of the sort of Christmas sales period. Selling via their website only. There needs to be a realistic sales data for that period, in that sales will grow over the 12 months at a steady rate. However, I also want to incorporate a couple of business situations that will impact the data. I would like some ideas from you, but I'm thinking that at some point a social media manager is hired who starts an influencer campaign. This campaign is highly successful and results in a jump in sales. I'm then thinking that a faulty batch of product leads to bad reviews and a dip in sales and an increase in refunds and costs. Finally, once the product issues have been resolved and trust is restored, I don't know how we're going to do that, but we'll figure it out. Q4 sees a big increase in sales, especially over the Christmas period. This is all I have for now, but we'll add to it and fine-tune as we go. Please feel free to give me any advice that you think would be helpful along the way. So that's the premise, okay? So we're going to ask ChatGPT, we're going to copy and paste this into ChatGPT and see what it says. So here we are. Oh, hang on, I didn't want to do that. Anyway, this is an excellent, well-structured BI analyst project idea. It will showcase multiple real-world business situations and how they impact data, making it engaging and valuable. Okay, so approach. Define the business case and narrative. So that's futuristic AI-enabled wireless headphone startup, successfully launched by Kickstarter, faced key business challenges and opportunities post-launch. Decide on data sets needed. Yes, so Kickstarter campaign data, that's what I mentioned in the prompt, backers, pledge amounts, tiers, geography, etc. Sales data, first 12 months, refunds and returns data, which we're going to be probably joining to the sales data, so percentage of refunds, that kind of thing. Marketing campaign data, yeah, that could be good. So we could generate something like Google Ads and Microsoft Ads data that would help explain the spike in certain metrics, that will explain the spike in sales. Okay, customer feedback and reviews data. We could do that. I'm not sure how interesting that would be. Anyway, we'll think about that later. Stock and inventory data to track demand and supply. Yeah, this is all good. These are all good ideas for data sets that we can use. Decide on a brand name and product range. So we need a strong modern brand name. Define product variations, color, model, and features. Create product images, AI generated or manually designed concept images. We can use AI to do that. Create a logo and build a one-page website. Okay, so that is basically the approach that we've given it. So business situations impacting data. These are some examples that it's giving. Kickstarter launched March 2023 to December 23. Initial funding success. Data set of backers funding match locations, right? Steady sales growth, just January, December 24. Realistic organic sales growth pattern. Influencer campaign, big marketing push with a major influencer, sharp increase in sales, April to May. Okay, sounds good. Product issue and negative reviews, July to August, faulty batch of products. So what we could potentially do is, if we're having inventory and manufacturer order data, we could locate which batch of product it was, whether it was like a specific set of cartons of products, etc. So we'll think about that for later. Increased refunds, dip in sales, recovery and holiday sales, boom, resolve product issues, etc., etc., etc. So immediate next steps. Brainstorm brand name and product range. I'll suggest some futuristic tech-inspired brand names. That's good. Do you want variations in features or just color options? We'll think about that in a sec. Kickstarter dataset structure. Sales data framework. All right, so let's start with brainstorming. Does anybody have any ideas for names for this? So the idea is they're futuristic looking modern wireless headphones that are AI enabled. So I could potentially ask ChatGPT to do that for us. So let's do that. Could you generate a product image on a white background for the headphones? Let's see what ChatGPT does. And we're not going to spend too much time on this. How about that? That looks fairly good. Let's download that. Okay, so we got that. Now let's think of brand names. So anybody got any ideas for brand names that we could use? Or just tell me which one you like out of these ones. So we got Neurosound, Echo Mind, Synthwave, Auraphones, Sentient Audio, Omnisound, Zenith Audio, Cognisound, Axon Audio, Quantum Beats, Minimalist and Premium Tech names, Nova, Vox, Eon, Onyx Audio, Echo X, Aether, Horizon Audio, Orbis, Harmonic and Resonix, Sonic AI. I think we'll probably choose one of these. Anyone got a preference? Otherwise, I will select. I'm thinking of one of the minimalist and premium tech names. That's probably going to be easier to just work with. So let's call it this one here. Ether? No, not Ether. Harmonic. Anyone? No. Do you know what? I'm going to call it Omnisound. All right. So let's go with Omnisound. Okay. So let's actually go into Canva and create a project design logo. Are you aware of Canva as a tool? It's a really great tool. It's kind of like Photoshop, but made much easier. Obviously not as powerful as Photoshop. It does some fairly straightforward and simple stuff. I'm going to upload our project. Okay. Let's see if we can do a background remover on that. Okay, that looks good. Anyway, so that's actually not going to be our logo. That's going to be our product picture. So let's actually copy this. We'll call this, what do we call it? Omnisound. Omnisound. Sound logo. Right, so let's get rid of that. Add elements. Sound. No, sorry, design. Let's do sound. Something very simple. I mean, it could be this one. What about this one? I quite like that one. Maybe not that one. It's a bit simple. Let's go back near the top. I want to have this one. No, this one. Very simple. So this is going to be Omnisound. Or does it need to be Omnisound like that? Yeah, I think we'll have it like that. Omnisound. Audio. Yeah, maybe not that color. Let's have it a different color. Maybe just a grey, a kind of charcoal color might be better. Okay, so let's select all of that. All right, so that is our logo. We got our name. That's fantastic. I'm going to download that. Transparent background. So where are you watching from today? Where are you joining from? Let me know in the comments. And as I said, please do smash that like button. So all right, so we've got our that's our data project and the steps that we had. We've got our product image. Well, we've got our product name, we've got our logo. We'll create the site later on. We've got the data sets we needed. Brand name of product range. Okay, let's think about. Okay, so let's think about the USP of the headphones. USP being unique selling proposition. So, core USP of Omnisound headphones: AI-powered adaptive audio, intelligent sound tuning. Omnisound dynamically adjusts sound profiles based on your surroundings. Okay, that probably is available in other headphones as well. Anyway, personalized listening learns user preferences and tailors audio output for music, podcasts, or calls. Seamless AI voice assistant, that seems pretty good. Built-in ChatGPT-powered assistant for hands-free interactions. Voice recognition that improves over time for smarter controls. Quick real-time translations for multilingual conversations. That sounds like a really good USP. Industry-leading noise cancellation. Next thing, that's smart connectivity and multi-futuristic, eco-friendly materials. That's even giving us some tagline and messaging. It's going on and on and on. Now that we have the USP, here are some possible taglines, the core messaging themes. Omnisound AI-powered sound, effective for you. Smarter sound, seamless experience. Omnisound, the future of AI-driven audio that thinks for you. Adaptive sound, limitless possibilities. AI-powered sound, perfected for you. I think that sounds pretty good, the very first one. So I like this one. Okay. Do you like these USP? Okay, which tagline? So we've got the logo, brand colors, black, silver, deep blue. Well, we've done sort of kind of a charcoal color, haven't we? Right, create Kickstarter data set. I think we're going to do that. Let's just wait till it finishes what it's doing. Oh, somebody's saying, would you mind to turn off the music? I cannot hear properly. I don't mind doing that at all. Let me just find out where we are. Is that better? Is the sound okay? I mean, we had this issue last week where it was the very first live stream that I'd done in a while, and I forgot to check the audio settings. So basically, the microphone that was on is one that's like kind of like over there. So it was really, really poor audio quality. Now it should be coming from this microphone that I've got here. So let me know if the sound is okay, if my voice is okay. Okay, so anybody else? Let me know. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go for create the Kickstarter data set. Sorry, let's generate the Kickstarter data set. Actually, do you know what? Before we do that, but before we do you think we should create some kind of backstory to help us create all of the data sets going forward? I think this is quite actually a good thing to do when it comes to working with ChatGPT, because it will add this kind of thing to memory when we create a backstory. So it kind of will use that backstory when it's generating stuff going forward. So let's do that. Creating a backstory will help keep the data sets consistent, realistic, and engaging. Exactly. So Omnisound backstory. This is the backstory for our project. So let's make sure that it's good. Omnisound was founded in early 2023 by Alex Carter, a former audio engineer and AI researcher who wanted to revolutionize personal audio. While working at a major tech company, Alex saw an opportunity to merge AI and audio technology to create a seamless, adaptive listening experience. After months of prototyping, Alex and a small team of engineers developed Omnisound One, a pair of wireless headphones that feature AI-powered adaptive audio, real-time voice assistance, next-gen hybrid ANC, That's noise cancelling, lossless, high fidelity sound. To bring OmniSound 1 to market, that's a good name for our product, OmniSound 1, Alex turned to Kickstarter, launching a campaign in March 2023 with a goal of $250,000 to fund production. All right, so wow, this is great. So the Kickstarter campaign launched with a $250,000 funding goal. Campaign lasted 60 days, so 1st of March to 30th of April. Had multiple pledge tiers, super early bird, and standard. Stretch goals unlocked at 500K and 1 million. Extra features, premium case. Yeah. Ended successfully with 1.2 million in funding and 9,500 backers. Most backers were from the US, Canada, and Germany, US, UK, Canada, and Germany. I think what we're going to do is we're going to base this solely on the US. It's going to be a US product. Manufacturing and first sales, July to December 2023. Finalized orders and prepared for production. No, well, actually, yes. To May, so May to June, finalized orders, preparing for production. July, manufacturing started in China. October, first batch shipped to Kickstarter backers. December, final Kickstarter orders fulfilled. Public launch and first year sales, January to December. Okay, so we've got, if you remember, the bad batch of units, the influencer campaign. Next steps, creating a Kickstarter dataset. Now that we have the backstory, we can build a realistic Kickstarter dataset with backer ID, pledge amount, pledge tier, country, pledge, date pledged, funding, goal, progress. That we can actually calculate from the data. We don't need that to be in there. Stretch goal state. We're not going to have stretch goals. I've generated a Kickstarter campaign. Okay, let's have a look at this. So it's got country. I actually want to have customer state in the US. I think that would be good. Pledge amount. Do you know what? We actually also need to figure out how much these headphones are going to cost. That's great, but how much are the headphones going to cost at retail, and how much are therefore the pledges on Kickstarter? Ideas. So good point. We need to align Kickstarter pledge tiers with retail pricing while ensuring that early backers get a compelling discount. Let's break it down. So retail price strategy. Since OmniSound is a premium AI-powered wireless headphone, it should be positioned against high-end competitors like Sony 399, AirPods Max 549, and Bose Quiet Comfort. Given our AI-enhanced USP, a retail price of $399 feels right. Agreed. I think that sounds pretty good. Premium positioning, but still under Apple's ultra premium pricing, leaves room for Kickstarter discounts. Okay, so these are the Kickstarter pledge tiers. Super Early Bird 249, Early Bird 299, Kickstarter Standard 349, bulk order 5 units. I don't think we're going to do bulk orders. We'll just do these 3 tiers. Okay. Agreed on the 399 price. Agreed on the 399 price, but let's just have those first 3 pledge tiers. So where are you joining from today? It'd be really good. Just leave it in the comments and so find out where you are. And again, don't forget to hit that like button. So I think ChatGPT is going to be generating a new Kickstarter pledge, Kickstarter data set. Here we go. So we've got, oh, I forgot to ask it. I forgot to tell it about the country as well. That's great. Good. I think I just want the data to be US only with a column for state. So we'll get a new one. This is where music comes in handy. Filling in the blanks. Here we go. Right. I'm going to download the Kickstarter data is now US only with a column for state distribution. Oh, we don't really need the country in there, do we? Funding goal progress. No. Don't want stretch goals or funding goal progress. I can calculate that myself and remove the country field. So pledge amount 299 super early bird date of pledge, that's good. State, I think that's basically all we need. Let's download that and see. Let's bring that over here, see what we got. Let's increase the size. Okay, I want to start by making sure that this is the right format. Okay, so how much we got here? Oh, 2 point. If we look at the sum down here, we got 2.8 million. Okay, so that's going to need to be addressed. So what is it? The backstory suggests 1.2 million in pledges, but the data you just produced adds up to 2.8 million. Can you adjust? So Othman, can you, is the sound, you seem to be the only one who's active in the chat. Can you tell me if the sound quality is okay? Okay, let's download this. Okay, let's see. Oh, but the pledge amount isn't, no, that's not right. It's 1.2 million, but the pledge amount is completely different from the actual pledge amounts that we decided upon. So let's do that. We need to keep the pledge amounts for the different tiers that we agreed upon, and instead reduce the number of backers to make it make sense. The sound is all right. Okay, that's good to know. So the plan for this project, for those of you who are going to follow it all the way through, is that all of the data that we create and the project that we build, yes, hang on a second. Well, that we build, I'm going to make available to those of you who are here and participating. And then for anyone who isn't after that, it's going to go on sale. So you want to get in quick. And during the live streams, I will give you, I need to set it up, but I'll give you somewhere to where you can download the data once it's ready to go. Okay, so can you just zoom in a little bit when you're on ChatGPT? I can definitely do that. How does that look? Let me know. I am learning as I go. I mean, I haven't normally done this kind of thing on live streams, so it's fairly new. Okay, so what have we got here? The Kickstarter has now accurately reflects 1.2 million funding target by reducing the number of backers while keeping the agreed pledge amounts. All right, now let's do this. So this is what, third time lucky? Let's see. No. Oh, I don't believe it. Okay, this is kind of the problem. Okay, let's be a bit more, what do you call it? Remember that these are the different tiers we are using. It's possible we might need to just ask it to start from scratch. Great. Oh, is that because it's easier to see now? All right, good. Well, I like the feedback. Keep the feedback coming, please. So let's have a look at this. Okay, so this looks all right. Super early bird. Looks like they're all super early bird. Let's start from the beginning, and I'll be more precise. We want a data set containing pledge data for people in the US only. There are 3 tiers. So we need to use these for the amounts. Is this more clear? We will generate Kickstarter pledge data for US, but 3 total backers limited to plus 3,000 for early bird. All right, so we got 2 based on the creative pledge. Backer ID, pledge amount, state. I'll now generate the data set. I think if it doesn't do this, let me just go back to what I had in mind for today. So design an approach, decide on the data sets. I think we might be, after this, generating real product images. Super early bird. Let's see. Okay, well, that looks better. Let's download that. This is what happens when you're playing around with ChatGPT and generating data sets. You end up with loads of files, but that's actually quite good at renaming them so that. Okay, so let's see. Pledge amount, that's 1.14 million. That's fine. Got different states. I'm just a bit worried about. Super. Yeah, can you see what it's done here? It's just generated the first 1,000 records as being super early bird, and then the rest as being just the simple early bird one. But it has just done it in chronological order. So that is definitely not what we want. So we're almost there. I think one more go, and we will get there. The data set is looking much better. However, there is one thing you need to correct. It's one thing you need to correct. You made the first 1,000 rows be in the same tier, even though the data is in chronological order. Does this make sense? So it is not a human-like data set. In what way is it not a human-like data set? Been corrected so that it is now randomly distributed over time. Let's hope that this is the case. Final one, I would hope. Okay, there we go. No, it's still not. Maybe it has. Let's go down to some early birds. No, it's still not done it correctly. Never mind. Okay. Between now and next week, I'm going to get this data set to be correct. So don't worry about that. What I think we're going to do now is we're going to go back to Canva, and we're going to create, this is our first product. Let's create a new, duplicate this. You can actually edit this. We're going to have different colors. Okay, so let's adjust this, color edit. So now we want it to be actually, do you know what we're going to do? I'm going to go into Photoshop. Open with Photoshop. And then we're going to create different shades, different colors of these, maybe 4 different versions. Let me bring Photoshop up here. Okay, like so. So that's what we can do. Hue saturation. Let's actually duplicate that as well. What's happened here? Oh, I see. Okay. So hue and saturation. Let's create what's called a clipping mask. Have any of you use Photoshop at all? So using this clipping mask, I can just apply it to this here. In fact, I am going to duplicate that and duplicate again, so that we're going to have 4 different colors in the end. Final one. Okay, so let's actually do this one to here. In fact, what we're going to do, we are going to select subject. Okay, and do that. And we're going to do the same for this subject. Let's do this, select subject, and do the same for this. Okay, so we now should have 4 different and here. So this is our product image. Let's put a white background on there as well. Okay, put that right at the bottom. Okay, so let's start with this first one. Let's create a clipping mask. Which one's that one? That's that one. So let's have colorized. There we go. That's what we want. Can have some blue ones. Let's create another hue and saturation clipping mask. Colorize. We'll have purple ones. What else? Yeah, we'll have this one here. Do the same for that. Create a clipping mask. Okay, let's go the other way. Oh, colorize, of course. Have some red ones. Okay, there we go. Those are our 4 product images. Save that as a Photoshop. So this is only one product photo. Okay, so save that. All right, so we've got our product photos. We haven't necessarily got our so the way ChatGPT generating the first 1,000 rows as the same tier and moving to the next tier doesn't look human-like, but it's all right. You've already noticed. Yes, I did indeed. All right, so next thing we want to do is I want to create a website. And the way I'm going to do that is using card. So let's create a new site. Let's choose something like, let's find a template that might be good. And I think perhaps this one could be good. So let's, before continuing with the data, I would like a tagline for the website. Oh, well, that's the one we actually chose, isn't it? So AI-powered sound perfected for you. That's like so. Here, let's fact, we're going to need to go to here and export as, I'm going to export as a PNG, downloads. So we're going back to here, let's upload this. Make sure it's got the 4 of them. Okay. Okay. So a sub headline as well. That will do. Okay, for those of you just joining, you might be wondering what on earth I'm doing while this is supposed to be like a data project. The reason is, as I explained at the beginning, is that the more inventive and creative that your project is, and the more realistic it is, and the more based in real world business scenarios it is, the more attractive it's going to be. I mean, if you think about the sort of standard project portfolio that a BI analyst would have, it's fairly kind of bog standard stuff. It all tends to be the same. So if you really want to stand out from the crowd and have a really kind of top-notch, high-level standout portfolio, it needs to have projects to match. And the only real way you're going to do that is to build your own projects and put all of your creativity and imagination into it and go the extra mile and build something that's realistic. Okay, so that is what we're doing now. You may think, well, let's just get on with the data, and we will do that. We'll do that sort of between now and next week. And for next week, we'll start generating even more data sets, and we'll kind of get on to building the project as we know it, but as we want it rather. But for now, we're kind of building the backstory. We're building, the kind of the story of what we want, what the brand is, the product is, where it comes from, because it all kind of feeds into your ideas going forward for building the data sets. And it all kind of goes into it's kind of snowballs to build a sort of a real proper project. So that's kind of what I wanted to do today. So we decided on an approach, decided on data sets, decided on a brand name and product range, create product images, create a logo. In fact, we want to put the logo onto our website as well. So let's add an image. Whoa. Okay, let's upload an image. I think got this one here. Accept. Wow. Okay. Done. Except we want to take this, put it right up to the top, put it there for now. Let's see. Let's put that over there. So width. There we go. All right, so that's kind of like our website. I'm gonna between now and next week just sort of improve it, obviously just fine tune it a little bit, but that looks all right for now. And I'm also going to take what we had as the USPs and I'm going to design the website, right? So we'll have that ready for next week. And then I guess next week, what we want is we want to start generating the sales data. We could even start generating a dashboard for the Kickstarter campaign. But what I want to do is take this iteratively. and step by step, so that we can kind of focus on one thing each week. Does anybody have any feedback, any comments, anything that you think we should include in the project? Because otherwise we will sign off. Got any questions about BI, about let's see. I'm trying to learn inventory management analysis. Any advice? Use AI like this. It will help you to sort of understand it better. It will help you to build projects, build data sets for you to analyze it. That's really the only way to, but yeah, study up on it. Just use ChatGPT. Okay. Right then, so thanks very much for watching. If no one's got any other comments, as I said, between now and next week, I'm going to make sure that the Kickstarter campaign data is perfect. I'm going to make sure that the website looks better, has all of the USPs in it. And then next week, we're going to move on to building a Kickstarter dashboard and maybe creating a couple of other data sets as well. But thank you very much for your time. Please don't forget to hit that like button, and the next stream will be next week at exactly the same time. So make sure to book it into your calendar. Yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.